have the mid laner as well as the gold laner to carry the late game, then the percentage for TLAD to win is quite high. But the thing is, it's Ezekiel. He doesn't need the Sicilian. He has the Xavier. I kind of like his Xavier a little bit more than the Novaria, if I'm going to be real.
I don't think we got to see the Xavier, not in a while either, so it'd definitely be a fun one to watch. And looking at the gold lane matchups, what are we thinking? Maybe a Claude sneaks back in here for the side of TLID, maybe a Natan for the survivability, especially when you have a dive-centric composition.
1-1.
Or a 1-1 would be a good one to see as well.
We're talking about for TLID right here. I don't feel like the Claude gets value unless FNOP picks some tanky boys after this into this second phase. Like if we see something real bulky, yeah, the Claude's definitely got a lot of value. Outside of that, yeah, Moskov, Wan, something of that nature. FNOP decides to pick up the Wan for themselves. So now TLID on the gun. We do have Hylos open, but it's not really good anymore since the Wan's on the field. What do they go for here? Beatrix, just keep it simple.
What?
The Airthel.
Oh, yeah, Irithel. Thank you, Mirko. Thank you. Shout outs to Blue Fairy, by the way. In case you guys don't know, he's the Blue Fairy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mirko.
yeah, you're Green Fairy, right?
I'm Green Fairy, correct.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm White Fairy.
Irithel. Irithel is a good pick. Irithel and Farsa. I'm just going to say I feel like those are good picks.
Irithel Farza, I like
Yep,
it. You want to match range with range and add some peel with this Irithel as well. I think those would be some excellent pickups to wrap up the draft for the side of TLID. Definitely would be a wise decision. Cho should be the roam, so Hylos, Trex kind of mentioned it, could be a possible pickup here. That Tot could still be picked up as well for the dive potential.
Yeah, like it all. I mean, at this point, TLID, the Airthel is a great counter to the Wan. I really like TLID draft. The Airthel and the Matilda also work very well together. You pair that up with Hilda, who can kind of hold the front line instead, and you can use this Matilda as more of a backline getaway plan. It kind of sits behind, it's going to kind of sit behind Aaron Shiki and make sure that he's always in a safe position on the map.
There's a lot of mobility for TLID right now, right? You have the Matilda, the Guiding Wind, you have Alpha, the Spear of Alpha, you have the pill from this Irithel as well, the Wings by Wings,
Wings
for
by
the
Wings,
Farza,
Hilda,
and you have
like it's literally the whole, all 5 of these members have a lot of speed on the map.
For honor, Tigreal has been picked up. Kind of like
Piggy.
TLID's draft, but we'll see how FNOP works it out. Hey, Mirko, you want more energy? Smell this. This will give you more energy. Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah, there you go. We're throwing it over to the casters.
And we are receiving from LaFell, who gave an undisclosed amount of energy to Mirko, who's ready to cast what could probably be the final game of this series. Match point for Fnatic Onic Philippines. Team Liquid ID drafting out of their minds.
Ooh. Irithel pick was amazing. The Farsa is a double down to counter the 1-1. Those are literally the 2 counters to 1-1. Range, burst as well, make it 3, and movement, mobility. They've got it all here. The Hilda pick, forcing out the Suyo after picking up the Alpha as well. Really good stuff.
And look at the respect for the Bruiser. 3 purifies.
Oh yeah.
On those 3 aforementioned heroes, they've had it with his Tigreal. Going into game number 4, could be the final one in the upper bracket finals between Fnatic Onic Philippines and Team Liquid Indonesia.
This is game 4, ladies and gentlemen, for FNOP. They are 1 step away, 1 game away from the grand finals for TLID. They're 1 game away from equalizing and then maybe forcing us to basically a best of 1 in a game 5.
Team Liquid ID have to play this perfectly, given the momentum that Fnatic Onic PH had. Their 2 wins in this series so far were 2 very, very one-sided games. A quick look at the emblem set. Very interesting choice here. Again, Brusco did this in Game 3 as well. The lack of Wilderness Blessing, instead investing in the tenacity and the agility to make up for it.
We saw this in the previous game as well. By the way, pull yourself together. That is a very aggressive emblem choice for Kelra in this matchup, particularly, right? The Irithel is a great matchup up against the 1-1. The fact that you still go for pull yourself together means that you're going to go in for a lot of the fights. King Kong barely out of range. Purify still from Aaron Shiki, though.
Just right then and there.
Wow.
Was afraid that there would be a charge surge from King Kong that would disable him and then suddenly lead to a first blood. Like that very move right there.
So Fabian gonna be caught even with the help of Witty. There's no guiding win when Brusco is in the vicinity.
I've said it. Fabian said it, I'm not going to repeat it again. Very few kills from the Usurper onto the Beast, Kelra, and Aaron Shiki. Just about a fourth of their health down.
Ooh, man. Team Liquid ID, the winning matchup up top, not winning that hard. Kelra actually doing a really good job with the 1-1. And now, Turtle spawning the game. Right before the Turtle, it's already an 800, almost 1,000 gold lead for FNOP.
And they are starting it up. Look at the pushback. Look at the start.
Kurt goes over to Jikundo away. The Dragon's still able to connect right there to shove as well. Good retry from King Kong. Fabian is down.
Aran!
The RWM coming down. Aran will be taken out, and that is an all-out win for FNOP.
Kirk gets away with but an atom of health and nothing surrendered over to Fnatic Onic. They get so much out of 2,000 gold ahead in 2 minutes.
This is looking like game one all over again, Leo. This is looking like FNOP have gotten that control. The momentum they got from the previous game has translated instantly to this one.
Squeaky clean. As perfect of a game as it gets so far. Luckily, King Kong hasn't crossed over, started stealing these buffs. So, is this a clear sign for Fabian to just stay to his side of the map? Or are they going to stop crossing the river here?
I guess, I mean, the fact that she's 0 and 2 means that you need to play it a bit more passive. But again, you're an alpha. You are meant to invade. You are meant to push in the pace for the airstrike for Yeskiel just to clear out the mid wave and to get a little bit more pressure back from FNOP.
I don't know, maybe these are signs of desperation already. The amount of, oh no, Fabian caught out again!
Wait, Kirk actually got cancelled out. Aran walking forward as well. Kirk gonna be very low. That's a good shove over. Aran chasing an implosion over. Witty circling Eagle, driving by and taking Kirk down. Team Liquid ID finally on the board, but they get Kirk.
The wise and the wise men tag teaming in mid, punishing Kirk. He got away with it last time. Not now, not here. Down to about 1,000 and change, the lead for Fnatic Onic PH. The fact that that winning lane up top, what we set up earlier, isn't looking so good, means Fnatic Onic can keep up the pressure, continue the same pattern they did for the first turtle, into the second, spawning in 10 seconds.
2-level lead, by the way, for King Kong. Doesn't get the arrow shot down. Fabian's in the bush. Goes in on the Brusco with the Spear of Alpha. Gets shoved back in. Circling Eagle. Flickering out, feather airstrike, catching Brusco, good snipe down. King Kong walks in, Fabian, oh! Aran's here too! King Kong taken down, in the back, Kirk with the flicker, Jikundo over to Fabian, Weighted Dragon only onto Aran, the guiding wind gets him out, Super Fritz comes in!
He's swiping blindly, Fabian gets away with it, Kirk is gonna fall! Fritz as well, Kirk is still alive! He's able to get enough dashes to survive, get some shields up. Yeskiel looking to finish the job.
Uh-oh, Kelra, weakness point. Oh, guiding wind gets him out now. Aran's on him. Wants to go in, good shove in an implosion to disengage. Circling Eagle come down. Aran will be punished for overextending. But Team Liquid ID erase the 2,000 gold lead that FNOP had.
We are at equal footing now. 4-4, a turtle apiece. Fnatic Onic keeping up the pressure. Caught them in the behind, caught them lacking. Shades of that punish onto Fabian earlier, onto King Kong this time around. It's very rare that you catch King Kong like that.
Very. King Kong wanted to go for the kill. The guiding win, I just have to say, the Mathilda has been the reason they've been able to actually, you know, run around these team fights. Fabian too. He got the War Axe, I think, right before the team fight. So additional sustain to stay alive.
So now, for all the Cavaliers watching, key for Team Liquid ID is to, I guess, you saw it in the fight, accept the fact that you are almost likely 80-90% going to fight inside the rule manipulation. If you can do that and dash around, then you'll be fine. Kirk here, about to get smashed.
Very slow. It's going to be the tank of Fabian with a slash, taking him down. Meanwhile, up top, that's an implosion. Feather airstrike coming down with the crossbow tang. Translated over to revitalize, keeps him alive. But in the back, it is a kill onto Yeskiel. Super Frizz with the flicker and the RWM reading Aaron Shiki's position. Fabian with a turret down below. Aran going into the bush, getting out, and now Kelra goes over to chase King Kong. So Sever, Super Frizz picks up the double.
Serving it up to the monster mage, leading to massive wins. Fnatic Onic now going to convert straight into a turret. Mirko, I think that's one thing that Team Liquid have to think about. No, King Kong!
Spear of Alpha, the change CC with the circling Eagle. That's King Kong down. Kelra walking up, getting slashed by Fabian. Brusco walking up as well. Feather airstrike has thrown him away. The Weighted Dragon knocks him down.
And they get blasted here by Yeskiel. but he has to let go. Fabian instead bites it. This is what I was talking about. These kills by Team Liquid ID, they have to turn into something. A push, a turtle, more pressure elsewhere. Because right now, Liquid are just about to pick up on it. They lost the window of opportunity. Now Brusco pushing them back, setting it up for King Kong to get his purple, then the turtle.
Aran wants to keep on going on the Super Prince. Luckily, the shove back was there. FNOP, like you said, setting up for the turtle here. This is turtle number 3, final turtle of the game. Kirk walking up. Aaron Shiki clearing out the mid wave. It's all about setup now, this point.
That wave set up top.
Hey?
Oh, the trade, the swipe, yeah, his kill barely survives.
The glowing wand ticking down on him. He's still able to survive, but he's forced to recall. Brusco with an implosion, and now the Sacred Hammer.
And they continue. Fabian falls. One more. Aran Super Prince gets a kill. The turtle all but for free here. Fnatic Onic Philippines regains the lead.
3 purifies, but when you catch the 2 members without purify or with cooldown, that's what you get. Brusco, great timing on that implosion. Good clear in the mid lane, but Fnatic Onic Philippines, they got back that lead they lost.
Defensive maneuvers from Team Liquid ID focusing on protecting that mid lane led to that orange being exposed. King Kong stole it away. Now with the retribution still in check, he's gonna take this purple as well. Leave the little Johnny too. Painful, a situation you find for Fabian.
And now it's back to TLID trying to find ways to come back. FNOP are back on track. They lost it a bit in the mid game, but now, well, actually, we've only just entered the mid game. It was constant swings in the early game. Another implosion from Brusco. Sacred Hammer over. King Kong trying to go for the snipe now. Way the dragon. Fabian is so far off King Kong with the execute on that. So Sabakar jumps in with the Jikudo.
One more goes. Aran is popped here. Circling Eagle, guiding winds, keeping Aeroshiki and Weedy safe. FNOP happy with what they got. 4,000 now. Up next on the docket, this mid lane tier 1. This puts Keller at, but what, 1,500 gold ahead of Aaron Shiki. But Aaron is keeping up. Aaron is at least still after these engagements. The post farm is still good. Weedy gets checked here.
Uh-oh, Aaron was brought into it. Luckily, Yehezkiel got the feathered airstrike in time. That could have been real bad.
Synchronize the bush check. Team Liquid ID, they're playing with fire. I would not do that, especially if you were down about 5,000 gold. Kirk, so far, so good. Able to bait out ults, able to bait out battle spells. But all it's doing is set up for Brusco. Brusco is the same monster that he was in game number 3. The bruiser, despite all of these purifies. You mentioned, if they can time it out, the raw damage from Kelra, the raw damage from King Kong at this point, who has built up, what? A Trinity, oh my god!
Yikes.
Already the BOD!
Yeah. King Kong taking full control of Fabian's jungle. 3 levels ahead on the Lord. 5,000 gold lead. This is uncontestable for Team Liquid ID. They need to find some trades on the map. They can't. Maybe a tier 1. That's all they get.
Fnatic Onic Philippines putting the Lord on lock. Not even 10 minutes into game number 4. Match point, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Just the tier 2 standing. This one in the bottom barely. And this is some good work that Weedy and Aaron have done. Like, again, this was key all throughout. Controlling your waves and assisting your gold laner in catching up. So far, that has put Aaron Shiki at the 3rd most gold in this game. So he died once, yes, but at least he has his Trinity.
And again, taking a look at the atoms, it does look like King Kong is going for a Melphic Roar. Just wants to go full damage. Your cooldown boots too, so it's full damage. Melphic Gun, meanwhile, by Kelra, is going to have a bit more range to play with. And he is 1,000 gold ahead of his lane counter.
And here we are, Holy Shield still standing, popping in mid, popping up top,
Brusco.
popping down bottom, RWM from Prince.
So, good guiding win to get him out. Aaron Shiki doesn't have to commit onto the Purify. Brusco was just hovering over. Base turret number 1 in the bottom lane, taken down. Now, it's another up top. King Kong will respect Team Liquid ID in this position. They will disengage. They've gone the bottom lane, and they are happy with that trade.
Top lane left to 2/3 of its health. And Fnatic Onic relentless. Look at this, all 5 members looking for something. Kirk forcing out movements. Feathered Air Strike coming in from Yehezkiel.
All right, mid lane also cleared out. What? King Kong, how? Got the kill on Aran? That's a frontliner!
Just barely off of camera, covered by the minimap. What was that?
King Kong slashing back and forth. Now the turret hitting him down, but he's alive, all fine and dandy. Goes back to the purple buff, should be able to get full HP. Kelra's walking up, looking for the weakness points onto Witty. Now jumping in again, Fabian. Forced to use gear power, defensively real world manipulation.
Forcing out the feathered airstrike. Touche, says the monster mage as Fnatic Onic disengage. It looks like the play is for the Lord, spawning in about a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, quick update on King Kong's items. The reason why he was able to do that, he's straight up Roronoa Zoro up in here. He has like 4 swords right now. Hunter Strike, War Axe, BOD, and Malefic Roar.
He's on the way to an endless battle, or maybe a Blade of Heptases. At this point,
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe he wants to go for more surprise hits with the Blade of Heptases. Who knows? Who knows? At this point, we're just waiting. I saw the Heptases build in MPLPH from King Kong, but again, we're just going to have to wait for the itemization. Still, though, for Kelra, a lot of respect. He has the robe, a bit more magical defense, and you can see it here. Sea Halberd, DHS, Corrosion Scythe, Melfic Gun. I think that last item, if it's respect, it should be Wind of Nature to nullify the threat of Aaron Shiki, because in the late game, Aaron's still going to be a threat. By the way, they're silent.
That's right. You can hear it. The thunder and lightning. They are just a few moments away from locking in to that best of 7 in Axiara. Locking in to this Lord take here. Not even a thought of contesting Team Liquid ID. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Before the items went away, Yehezkiel is currently struggling. He is broke. He has just 2 items. Glowing Wand and Blood Wings. That's all he can get. So that's why Kelra here, he only really built half of the defense item. Because that's all he needs.
That's true. It's just really hard right now for Yehezkiel to actually get the gold in, right? They haven't been able to win fights for the last, what, 4 or 5 minutes? Fnatic Onic Philippines have just been suffocated. There we go. That's the endless battle. So, no Heptases, just additional true damage.
It's just consistent damage. Skill attack, skill attack. Aaron Shiki crossing the threshold here. Feather strike and a big fight.
Brusco got it earlier. The crossbow tang now on towards the members. Fabian still able to shot some damage. Now Kelra, though, still with the help of the real world manipulation earlier, able to get one more. King Kong slashing in the back. They're a few hits away from locking in the grand finals. Brusco walking up with the Sacred Hammer. They want to go for kills before they ultimately end the game. Aaron Shiki will fall. FNOP have wiped Team Liquid ID out.
The Thunder Gods ascend, a peak they last reached 3 years ago in Singapore. A few days from now, they will compete on hallowed grounds. A single series away from securing the Philippines' 5th World Championship in a row. Straight to the Grand Finals.
A best of 7 awaits Fnatic Onic Philippines in the Axiata Arena, while Team Liquid ID will have to fight in the depths of the lower brackets against the likes of Team Spirit and Selangor Red Giants.
We are down to the top 4, the best teams in the world, and Fnatic Onic waiting to see who will challenge them. Let's throw it over to our analysts.
The Super Family ends it with a 3-1. That's the story of the day, I gotta tell you guys. But honestly, even the draft, man, even the draft. Fnatic Onic Philippines, they got most of everything that they wanted.